If YouTube is what you want to do not give up on it. Darlings, you'll need to start somewhere. So I moved from 1,000 subscribers to 1,000 plus subscribers within a space of 1 year. You want to find out how? I'll tell you just now. Hey RealFam, I feel like it's been a while since we've done a sit down, but nevertheless, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time here, my name is Nthabi and this is Real Talk with Nthabi. Yeah, today we're talking about YouTube. We're getting more and more into YouTube, and I'm going to be telling you how I consistently grew from just 100 subscribers to 1,000 plus subscribers within a space of a year. Now, you heard me right. I spoke about consistency. Consistency is one of the most important things when it comes to growing on YouTube. But don't confuse consistency with daily posting, right? Now, you might be thinking that consistency means that you need to post each and every day and have videos, 2 or 3 videos a day or a week and all of that, right? You can be consistent by posting just 1 video per week and still be consistent because you consistently commit to posting a video once a week. It's a commitment that you are consistent with your commitment, all right? Now, I'm going to share with you how I managed to consistently grow, right? So here's the thing. When I was on 100 subscribers, well, before I was on 100, I was on about 50 something subscribers. Obviously, at the time, that's when I was starting to just come back on YouTube because, guys, I've said this before. I've had my channel for over 7 years. I never used it until 2019 towards the end, all right? Towards the end of 2019, which is like, what, a couple of months ago, right? So basically, I started posting, but obviously as you start, it's like you're not sure. Am I going to do this? What kind of content am I creating and all of that? It's a bit difficult for you to understand at the beginning, all right? Unless, of course, you've done your research first and everything like that. Not that I didn't do my research. It's just that I was doing so many things and I needed to find out, okay, what would best suit my channel. So for about a couple of videos that I've created until 100, when I got to 100, that's when I was like, what? And then YouTube sends me that message that says, congratulations, you have 100 subscribers. Only then I was like, okay, there's so much hope. I have hope that my channel can actually grow. And then I started being serious and creating content. Of course, I'm a motivational speaker, a public speaker. I'm a designer. I share content about business, how to build your brand. Also, I share content about inspiration and motivation. I also would share like vlogs from the events that I would go to and all of that, right? So that's what you can expect. Empowerment, transformation, business and branding, design, digital marketing. That's what you can expect here on my channel. So I was able to see that, okay, things are getting better and I got to be more consistent. Now, the question that you might ask is, how do you grow? How do you get from that 100 or that 200 that you have to 1,000? It's so important that you take note of the current audience that you have. Your current audience is so important. Don't make a mistake of overlooking them because your current audience is the same audience that will help you to grow. And how do they help you? Often when you share a video, the people that will watch it and like it and comment, they somehow boost you in terms of getting this video recommended. So when more people get to watch it, which often it can either be people that are not subscribed to your channel or more of those that have subscribed to your channel. So the more they watch, the more they like, the more it gets recommended to more people, which is a great thing. Now, when you create your videos and keep saying, please, if you're new, subscribe to my channel, it's all great, but also appreciate the people that are already there, engage with them. If you have comments, I fail to understand that why, especially, I'll use the word small YouTubers. I know I often like using the word growing YouTubers, but for the sake of the algorithm, the small YouTubers, right? You often, leave out the comments and don't respond or engage with your audience. And right there and there, it's a big red flag, because okay, if you're not going to engage with me and it's just 150 of us or 200 of us, it means that when you get to like 10,000, you won't even have a space for me. I mean, why are you not engaging with your audience? Because your audience have got so much power in terms of how your content can actually be delivered, and they can even guide you through as to how they are receiving your the content that you're creating. Because you also need to remember that the content that you're creating is not for you. You're creating it for your audience. Oh my goodness, you creating content for your audience. You're not creating content for yourself. As much as you can have amazing ideas of the kind of content that you create, the response you get from your audience will guide you in terms of, okay, am I on track? Are they getting what I'm saying? Is everything clear? Do I need to do a part 2 of this video to just clarify certain things? You get what I mean? So the second part about growing, you need to be strategic. You need to have a strategy. It's important that you have a strategy for you to grow. You can't say, I'm consistent, I'm creating videos every day. Your videos need to have good quality, right? And what do I mean by good quality? I'm not saying go and rob the bank and buy a new camera or whatever. Use your phone. You don't need to go out there to buy a new camera, okay? Don't do that. Quality, what I mean about quality is that you need to understand that the video that you created yesterday cannot be the same as the video that you're going to create today. So meaning there has to be an improvement on each and every video that you create. And how do you find out that there's improvement? How do you know? You only know based on how the audience are receiving your content. Now, I don't want you to dwell much on that part, because as a growing YouTuber, it can be very difficult to actually analyze how your content is performing, especially if you have a small audience. All right, but please be friends with YouTube Studio. Be friends with YouTube Studio, because only there you will see what even people are searching for, the kind of content that you're creating. Where are you showing up? When people search for certain things, where are you showing up? Maybe that will also give you an idea that, oh, okay, so people are searching for this instead of that. Now, maybe I can do a follow-up video on 1, 2, 3. You get my point? So that is also important. Now, being strategic means that you need to plan, guys. You need to plan. You need to have some kind of a strategy. You can't just wake up and say, okay, I'm just going to wake up and create content. It doesn't work like that. You don't just wake up and say, I'm going to create content. You have to somehow come up with a plan. At least have a plan for at least 3 of your videos, 3 or 4 of your videos for that week or for the month, depending on how many times you post a week, right? Have a plan and set some time aside. Now, I'm going to get to this point, time. Guys, YouTube on its own is a full-time job. It's a full-time job. It requires you to really give it time. Remember, it's not just shooting the video, but it's also editing the video, uploading the video, putting descriptions and everything. So it's a lot on its own. So you might be here working, obviously having an 8 to 5 job, but you still feel like, I want to be consistent on my YouTube. I want it to grow. I have a target of 1,000 subscribers within a space of a year, right? If that's what you aim to do, then you can set aside a weekend to say, this weekend, on a Friday, on a Saturday, I'm going to rest. But on Sunday, before I obviously rest and get ready for work the next day, I will set aside maybe 5 hours to create 3 videos that I will post for the week, or 2 or 1, whichever, depending on how many times you post. All right, so doing that, it will give you a little bit of a breather and allow you to, you know, have space to do other things. I mean, I for one have my own business, and from just having my own business, I also have clients that I need to attend to. I have social media accounts that I have to manage each and every day. I cannot just create content once and then that's it. I constantly need to be on social media and all of that. And creating content is a job and a half. You know what I'm talking about, right? So depending on the nature of your business, if you plan to do YouTube for like full time, understand that you'll need to start somewhere, darlings. You'll need to start somewhere. You can't just say, I'm going to just do YouTube and all of that, right? So basically what I'm saying is manage your time better. Manage your time better, because if you manage your time, you will somehow have a clear structure as to when you post and all of that. Now, when it comes to niching, I know you're probably wondering, is it best to niche down and everything? Guys, I'm going to tell you this and I'm going to wrap this up, okay? Tell me if you want a part 2 of more of this, okay? But what I'm going to say to you is that I am learning that niching down, it's somehow an advantage to scale. Niching down will somehow help you, but as you're starting, I don't want you to be stressed about that, because you're still trying to figure out what your audience love the most, right? What your audience engage better on. So maybe then after, having good data to compare, you will think, okay, if I niche down a little bit, what am I going to focus on, right? Right now, I feel like, okay, I'm still working on what I need to focus on. I still need to gather more data. But until then, I believe that try whatever that you can. Piece of advice: please keep creating content that will speak to your audience. Keep creating content, good quality content, meaning keep making sure that today becomes better than yesterday, okay? And you take your audience serious, you take yourself serious, and you have a script. Don't just come to the camera and be like, what are we gonna talk about today? Actually, guys, what should we talk about? I'm thinking, we don't want that. Come here with a clear indication of what you want, what you're gonna do, because if you're gonna do that, we're just gonna click off and go. All right, so whatever that you're still doing or still trying out, whether you have different content, whether you love cooking and at the same time you love entertainment, you love makeup, beauty and everything, try to incorporate and see which one works better for your audience. And then later you'll decide, okay? So a piece of advice again, guys, YouTube requires you to be patient. It requires you to be patient. You will not really get where you want to just by day. You will need to spend a bit of time, a couple of years, until you get where you want to be. So keep working on your craft. Don't give up. If YouTube is what you want to do not give up on it. If YouTube is the kind of business, I'm calling it a business, yes, if it's the kind of business that you want to focus on, do not give up, because I know big YouTubers. I've been even watching one of those right now. I'm talking about Vanessa. I'm talking about, I forgot the other lady's name. She actually moved from just 100 to over 400k subscribers. And it didn't just happen by day. It took her over a year to actually get 1,000 subscribers. So if you're consistently improving and evolving, you will somehow get an idea as to where you're going with your content. So please take this and use it to your own advantage, because I know for a fact that it helped me, and I'm hoping that it will help you. But yeah, my strategy might not work for you, but if you have something better that you can do, then do it. But remember, consistency is the way. That's all I'm saying. With that said, thank you so much, RealFam. And of course, if it's your first time here, have you subscribed yet? Have you subscribed? Comment and tell me if you've subscribed. I'm not saying subscribe. Comment if you have subscribed, okay? If you don't comment, it means that you either don't want to subscribe or you've already subscribed, or I don't know, whatever it is. But nevertheless, see you next time, and remember to make today count. Love you always. Cheers for now.